We are now 4 episodes and halfway into the latest season of The Boys, also known as the final season, Season 5. Here is my review of episode 3 and 4, and my thoughts on the season halfway thus far. Before I dive in, if you would subscribe, hit that big like button down below, the bell so you never miss another Boys review, and the most important part, my favorite part, comment down below. Tell me what are your opinions on the final season of The Boys thus far. And with that said, it's worth mentioning I had a dream last night. I had a really weird dream last night that they came out and said there's going to be 3 more seasons of this show. And I woke up, I was like, oh man, I was looking forward for the finale. Now we're just going to have more. And then I realized that it was a dream and that this is the final season, which is good because I finally watched the latest episode about 20 minutes before filming this. And I gotta say, I'm very excited to see where we end up continuing on. The things I love about the show, and there is a long list of them because I'm a fan of The Boys show. I really enjoy the show. I look forward to Wednesdays, technically Thursdays, for me to watch the new episode. Homelander is losing his mind in this season, and I love it. He is insane. He feels like he's the most dangerous that he has ever been inside of this entire show. Where you start off in episode 1, obviously, and he kills A-Train. You get to episode 2, he's doing all the crazy things, sending Soldier Boy after the boys. And then you get to episode 3, where it's revealed that Madeline from the first season is coming to him as an angel and telling him that he is the Lord and Savior of the world. Now, we only have one Lord and Savior. Here he is. It's this guy right here, Jesus Christ. Am I right? Yes, I'm right. But it's pretty crazy, man, that we're now diving into Homelander, and in episode 4 and 3, after he realized that he is the Lord and Savior, at least he saw in a vision by an angel, that he is holding no holds barred. When he, in episode 3, once he learns that, first thing he does is lay in a tub full of breast milk, which is insane in its own rights. But then in that episode, he beats the living crap out of Ryan and his son. So we're already showing how insane Homelander is. Episode 4, not much happens with him, except he gets stuck in that room that Soldier Boy trapped him in, and now he escaped. He is forcing everybody to show the world that he is the new Jesus. Again, only one Jesus. But as a Christian, I watched that and I'm like, But as like a fan of the show, I watch it, I'm like, okay, it makes sense that they would go this direction. I'm not going to get into like the whole religion thing here on this video, but I'll just say Homelander is absolutely insane. Soldier Boy, obviously one of my favorite characters, probably my favorite character in the show. He is quite funny. He was quite hilarious in episode 3. He's a lot of fun to watch. The Boys, they're back. Obviously, we love all the characters. Huey, Butcher, Frenchie, MM. Love all them. Kimiko. Now, I'm going to throw this out here. One of my least favorite things from the season, and probably the thing that the one thing I really hate, is how she's talking in this season. And like I said in my last long-length video talking about The Boys Season 5, they did that probably, or I don't know if I talked about it in that video, or maybe it was the after show with The Real Hayden. Go check out that live stream. We're going to have one this coming Saturday for episodes 3 and 4. But anyways, I hate how she's talking, if I'm being completely honest, because it feels like they just did that so there could be more emotional weight when either she or Frenchie or somebody bites the dust, which I'm guarantee one of them will. But I feel like we could have done it with hand motion, or with sign language is the correct term for it. I hate how she's talking, but it's still fun to see everybody back. She's starting to win me over again the more that we go on. So seeing all of these characters that we love is a lot of fun. Obviously, you have all the other insane soups. You have Rockhard. You have everybody in the Teenage Kicks. You got Sage back. You got Firecracker back. You got the Deep, Black Noir. You got all of the 7 and the Boys, and they're all a lot of fun in this season. Obviously, it's The Boys, so the violence and gore and just like blatant disgusting nature of the show is here. You got episode 2 where it's revealed that Rockhard is so big because he's in his own jizz. You got like the rest of the show where, I mean, we see people getting tore apart. We haven't really seen that yet, but you still see like the grisly images, people getting beat up, the violence, the action. It's all really shot well, and the gross nature of it really works. This season's also quite funny. I've laughed so much watching the show, whether it's with the Deep and his messed up ideology or the way he is, or whether it's a line spoken by Soldier Boy or an interaction between the characters, or just something that just makes me chuckle. I think that, like, this season's hilarious. The Boys is a genuinely hilarious show. Makes me laugh so much. My favorite thing about this season probably is how the stakes are so high. It feels like a final season. We'll talk about that here more in a minute. But the stakes are at its highest that they have been throughout this entire show. Obviously, we had the virus, and you know what we've did with the show, we kind of found a way to take that back, and we'll talk about that here in just a second. But we have that virus, we have Homelander doing what he's doing, going insane, he's holding nothing back anymore. So the stakes are really high, and I'm very excited to see where we go from here. I have theories. Again, stay tuned for the after show of episodes 3 and 4 with the real Hayden this Sunday night. But I sit back and like I just have theories upon theories upon theories. It feels like we're setting so much up, and I'm just constantly wondering what is going to happen next. What are the writers having in store? What could they possibly do in the finale? And I have a feeling it's going to get to an insane second half of this season. It has so much potential to be the best season in this back half. While the first half of the season, I wouldn't necessarily go as far to say it's the best season. I would go as far to say is I'm enjoying the season, but it's more on par with, there's parts of it that are more on par with the first 2 seasons. There's parts of it that are more on par with seasons 3 and 4, which if you don't know, seasons 3 and 4, I really enjoyed. 1 and 2, thought were just good. But it has potential to finish as one of my favorite seasons. It always finds new ways to keep the story going. Like I mentioned with the virus, like it could be a one and done thing. They have the virus, they could just waltz in there, throw the virus at Homelander, boom, dead, show over. But they keep finding new ways to create problems for our boys, whether it's a new V formula or basically an old V formula, or something to keep the boys, or keep the Supes alive, more goals, what they have to do. It's something that keeps it fresh and keeps the season keep going to 8 episodes. Speaking about specifics real quick, episode 4, I think is okay. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I feel like it's the episode that did the least crazy things. I was not a fan of the way the boys were trying to kill each other in episode 4. We knew that the boys wouldn't kill off one of their characters within their own group, and so it just felt like, oh, they're going to fight each other, they're going to find a way to break out of it. Kind of felt a little bit repetitive. I was not a very big fan of that nature. And episode 4 didn't really have as high of the stakes because we kind of have Homelander trapped in this area throughout the entire episode. But I will say one thing I adored about episode 4 was what we did with Starlight and her meeting her dad. It shows what it's really like out there for the people that, like, just the normal people that are forced to, like, put signs of Homelander in their yard and forced to do all these things, but in reality, they just want to live their lives, and they're at risk of going to the freedom camps. And, like, the whole relationship between her and her dad made me tear up a little bit and had some great emotions. That was the great part in this episode. Episode 3, I thought was quite good. There was a lot of great things in that episode. But I will say the episodes are getting a tad bit repetitive. I mean, we've seen throughout this entire show in the past where the episodes kind of have a formula to it. They go to a place, something crazy happens. There's like some messed up soup or some like gross image or something that comes across, and they have to figure out how to get out of it by the end of each episode. Episodes 1 and 2 felt so much different, and then 3 and 4 kind of getting back into the same boys groove. So they start to feel a little bit repetitive. One thing I hate with every passion in my body is a week release schedule. I think we should release 2 episodes a week, if not more. And the reason why is because you get episodes 3 and 4 where we're just slowly advancing the story, slowly learning some things, and then, like, we're not really getting anywhere, and we have to wait. Like, now we're going to be waiting 3 weeks to, like, fully... I'm not saying, like, the show has been not getting anywhere. It's gotten places. It's really good. It's getting the story to move on. But it's like at a snail's pace, because especially in episode 4, where you pretty much knew exactly how the episode was going to end, we didn't get anywhere from point A to point B. We didn't get anywhere in the middle there to find out, like, a big reveal or something that's happening. And it just was like, oh, okay, now we got 7 more days until we get to watch more of The Boys. And that's what starts to make them feel repetitive, because by the time episode 4 ended, I'm like, is that really all that episode 4 had to offer? Really? And so I wish we were getting more episodes per week, because I'm getting really impatient. Like, I want to know what happens next. I want to get to the finale, and I gotta wait a whole another 7 days. It's just me, but for me, like, we're not advancing the story quick enough to fully hold my attention. Not saying that I'm getting bored with the show or anything. I'm still very excited for each episode, but, like, the last 2 weeks I watched the episodes, and by the time they ended, I was like, is that it? Can we do a little bit more? But overall, I'm really enjoying this season. I just wish that we were showing more episodes. And that's more, like, it's more of a problem with the week-to-week schedule, that they keep, like, it keeps giving us more information at a snail's pace. It's not a problem with the episodes, because I feel like if I watched episode 4 and could instantly click to episode 5, I would be like, oh, okay, I feel fulfilled. Now, after episode 4, I just didn't feel fulfilled at all, but it's just a problem with that. But besides that, really enjoying this season. It has everything that I want the final season to be, and I'm very excited for what happens next. There is going to be no final score, obviously, because we still got 4 episodes to go of The Boys Season 5. Tell me your thoughts on the season down below. Tell me your theories and all of that wonderful stuff. And while you're down there, subscribe.